All right, it's Thursday, October 12th. This is a midday SPY update. You can see here it's broken down pretty strongly right now on the 15-minute chart. On the daily chart, we have our inside bar failure that I discussed yesterday that I was kind of keying on as a possibility. We kind of took out the high of the previous, inside bar. Moved up a little bit and then came back down through the halfway point of that bar, which then, had high probability for an outside day to the downside. We now have that. There's another target right here that we're just about to reach, and we will see on the weekly chart with a day and a half to go how much of a failure this might end up being. Right now we've just broadened out a little bit on the short term frame, take out the higher high and the lower low. We'll see if this really kicks in and gives you a much bigger reversal to the downside. Definitely possible as we continue lower. I bought puts here at early in the session. I discussed it at 439. The 439 puts at 416. They're up to 638 right now and moving higher. Again, I bought them early in the session, and there's two ways to play this. You could have just it made a push lower here, then we came up, held the midpoint of the first bar, tried to go down, and then it started up. So right around here, you could have taken a small loss and then just considered re-entering. There was no, the only way to even consider getting long is if you took out that first bar high, moved up a little bit, had an orderly pause, and then you felt like you were going to attack those highs. And that obviously never developed. What happened was it took out those first bar high and then immediately failed and started lower. This would have been a great re-entry, just kind of anticipating this failure that that you're looking for. That's what happens when you kind of, you're keeping the time frames in mind and kind of looking for a potential on the weekly chart here, a reversal in this gap, and then you kind of see the inside bar that can fail. You have a pre-market range way up there that is not even close to going to the upside. So you had a lot of factors at play to continue to look for this reversal, and it seems to be developing now. So we have a nice trade in play. We will see how much lower it wants to go. Like I said, I decided just to hold through this little pullback here, and now it's obviously paying off. So good trade on the SPY in terms of just kind of going with what was developing here in the bigger picture. That was really what dictated, what you would do possibly if you wanted to hold on to a trade like this versus, exiting and then re-entering type of thing. So I decided to hold just to see what would happen here. Again, if it would have broke the first bar high, paused, and then looked like it was heading up there and the whole day was going to reverse to the upside, I would have exited with a loss. But instead, we got the downside that we were kind of anticipating for a few days now. So let's see how much lower it wants to go. Good trade on the SPY, and this might be the beginning of a big reversal to the downside.